Hi, everybody, and welcome to English 1A. This is your welcome video and one of the lectures that you will start to see from me. I'm your instructor. So I'm going to go over a bunch of kind of frequently asked questions and things like that to help you get to know what to expect in our class. And you'll see lots of lectures like this from me as we work our way through the semester. So this is your first one. And I've already clicked the wrong button. There we go. All right. So you are in English 1A at Fresno City College. We also have a Coreq for this class that is English 205. So don't forget to check out that class on your Canvas as well. And that class is just sort of meant to work with this one to help you accomplish the goals of 1A. And I'm your instructor, Erin Fujinami. So it's nice to virtually meet everybody. I got my bachelor's and my master's from Fresno State. I also teach there. I am a mom, a wife, and a pet mom. We have tons of animals in my house, so it's lots of craziness all the time. I love to travel, read, and cook when I'm not teaching. So that's a little bit about me, some pictures of me and my family in Yosemite, some canning that I did, some things that I'm reading currently. So it's nice to meet you all. I look forward to getting to know everybody. Some useful information about how to reach me. General tips that you should be aware of. Try to contact me during school hours, so about 8 to 3, Monday through Friday. Make sure that anytime you're contacting me, you always include your name, which course you're in, and relevant details. So like an assignment name or something like that, if you're having trouble with an assignment and so on. I usually respond within 2 business days, and I appreciate your patience as I'm trying to get back to everybody in a timely manner and also, grade and be a human outside of class. So I appreciate your patience with that. The fastest way to get a hold of me is to text me. So for your class, the way to text me is to join our class on an app called Remind. And you can do that by texting this phrase to this number and follow the directions. It'll have you download that free app. It will enroll you in our class. And from there, you can send me a text. It goes straight to my phone. And it's much easier for me to answer those than it is for me to answer emails throughout the day. So that's going to be your best bet for a quick response. If you do email me, expect a response within about 2 days. It's faster if you use the inbox feature on Canvas. If you can't do that for whatever reason, you can also reach me through the SCCD email, and this is my email address there. Again, remember that that'll generally take me about 2 business days to get a response to you, but I try and respond faster than that. So texting is best, then Canvas, then this email. So a little bit of information about our class. As I mentioned, English 1A with 205 is a Coreq, so you're taking both of those classes with me. I'm the teacher for both, and everyone who is in 1A is also in 205. You do need to pass both of them to pass the class, it's just college level writing with extra support. So this class is going to help you learn to read, write, and think critically about some important issues. Learn and maybe revisit some basics that you might have or might not have seen in your previous high school and or college classes. And build a community of people that you can rely on throughout the rest of your college career. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in just a minute. Also, I apologize that I am coughing and kind of congested. I am homesick with COVID currently, so thankfully our class is online and it's not disrupting things too much. And I hope that you guys are all healthy and well also. So I'm feeling better, getting there, but that's why I sound kind of yucky at the moment, so my apologies. So the Coreq English 205 is technically a separate course, and you are taking that in addition to 1A. Remember that I'm the instructor for both, and they work together to achieve the same goals. Our English 205 course does have readings and assignments that are separate from 1A. So remember that you should look at that 205 course just as frequently as you do the 1A course, because we do have assignments that are due. And English 205 work is due every week on Wednesday. So set that in your calendar, in your mind, write it down, however you remind yourself of things. For 205, you have an assignment due every week on Wednesday. The syllabus. The syllabus has everything that you need to know about our course, including course policies, materials that you'll need and where to find them, links to all kinds of extra support that we have available on campus, and a detailed schedule of readings and assignments for the entire semester. So if you're like me, I'm very detail and planning oriented and I like to plan ahead. So because of that, I give my students a semester long schedule at the beginning of the semester. So if you want to know what we are doing in any given week, you can look at the bottom of the syllabus under our schedule of classes, and you can see when different things are due and what we're reading on a certain week and all of that good stuff, so that you can plan you know, plan accordingly. Maybe you have a vacation or something like that that you want to plan and you want to know when a good week where we're not like super busy is, or maybe you want to know when spring break is. All of that is in there too. So make sure you check out that schedule of classes. It is very important to read the syllabus. Just about everything that you could possibly wonder about our class is answered in that document. So make sure that you head over to Canvas and check that out. Our goals for the class. So by the end of class, you should be able to do all of these things here. So if you're ever wondering why I'm making you do a particular assignment, it is always with these goals in mind so that you can accomplish those things by the end of the semester. A really important thing to be aware of for our class are tutoring options that we have available here at Fresno City College. So tutoring is available for free at Fresno City College. And as a part of our class, 5 tutor meetings are required. You do get a grade for these. You do have to submit proof that you have gone to some kind of tutoring 5 times throughout the semester. And that's not a whole lot. We've got an 18-week class, so 5 of those weeks you do need to make sure that you have been to tutoring and you'll turn that in. Due dates for those are listed in the syllabus. So again, when you're checking out the syllabus, that is an important thing to make a note of. And links with more information about the different tutoring options that we have available on campus are also in our syllabus under the Extra Help section. So make sure that you check those out. If you have any questions, let me know. And I'll also show you some extra information about some of those options in our presentation here. So the first tutoring option that you have available is the Pass Center. Here's their contact information. So you've got an email address, a phone number, and their pass hours here. So as you can see, they do have some weekend hours, and they do have some somewhat late hours. They're open until 7. So keep that in mind. They do have online tutoring, and they do also have walk-in, group, and individual tutoring available. So this is one place that you can go for free tutoring. Another place that you can go for free tutoring is the Tutorial Center. It's in the library, and they're also available online via Zoom. This is their contact information, so you can call them here or you can email them here. They also offer in-person and online hours. So in person, they're available until 4 Monday through Thursday and 2 on Friday. Online, they're available a little bit later, so until 7, and then they also have a Saturday option for you online until 2 p.m. So lots of flexibility here. This is another place that you can go for tutoring if you would like to go to that option. And then we have the Writing and Reading Center. This one's also in the library in room 113 and online via Zoom. Their contact information is here. You've got a phone number and an email. And then their hours are available here. They're also open in person and online. And this one is the most flexible. They've got hours up until 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and then Friday and Saturday until 6. So depending on your schedule, you can look at and go to any of those 3 options to fulfill your tutoring requirement for our class. So, what are some things that you should expect? Each week, you are going to have assigned readings. These are posted to Canvas weekly on Sundays, and you'll need to read them in preparation for your assignments. So, every Sunday, you'll see all of your readings are posted along with your recorded lectures, just like this one, and your weekly discussions. So on Sunday, all of this stuff will be made available to you. And then you have assignments that are due on Wednesdays and Fridays. So for 1A, every week you have an assignment due on Wednesday and another assignment that is due on Friday. And these are just weekly discussions that'll ask you to answer some questions about the things that you read and the things that you watched in the lectures. Make sure that you're aware that these are due by 11:59 p.m. on Wednesday and Friday. Again, write that down, put it in your phone, write it in your planner, however you remind yourself of things, because I do not accept late work, and the assignments just sort of disappear from Canvas after 11:59 p.m. So make sure that you're posting early. And remember, they are due Wednesdays and Fridays, but you're more than welcome to complete that work whenever you have time throughout the week, as long as you get it done by the due date, right? So if something is due on Wednesday, but I have work on Wednesday, I might plan on posting my assignment, Monday or Tuesday instead, so that that doesn't conflict with my other schedules. What to expect in terms of collaboration. So no matter what you're working on, you should plan to work with your classmates, a tutor, and or myself. Our class works best when we help each other and learn from one another. So try to embrace collaboration to help you with studying, answering questions, troubleshooting, and succeeding in class. Everyone will be assigned a group, and that group will be your group from the beginning of the semester all the way through the end of the semester. And you are required to work in your groups and kind of check in multiple times throughout the semester. So make sure that you're paying attention to those due dates. Those are listed in the syllabus. But don't worry if you're not a fan of group grades, that is not a problem. Everything that you submit is going to be submitted and graded individually. So your group is there just as sort of a support system, and so that you know some people in class that you can contact for help when you get stuck or have a question. And then, of course, you can always contact me as well. What should you expect from me? I will provide clear expectations for all of your assignments so you know what to do, when, and how to do that. I'm always open to talk about your progress in the class, on an assignment, or I'm here to help with concepts that you're struggling with. So remember that anything you need, I'm here to help. I'll post new modules, and that's just a folder that contains everything that you need to read, watch, and do for the week. As I mentioned, those are posted every week on Sunday. And I'll do my best to respond to your text or emails as soon as possible and generally within 2 business days. I'll also be flexible with my expectations whenever I can. I know that everyone is still struggling through, a global pandemic and all of the things that come with that. So I do my best to be as flexible as I can whenever possible. So if something comes up, make sure to text me and ask for help, and I'll do everything I can to help you. All right, so what is next? The next thing you should do is head to Canvas and go through the welcome module. So you'll see a welcome module on Canvas. In that, you're going to find our syllabus. Make sure that you read through that if you haven't done that yet. You'll also find your assigned group and directions for how to get in touch with that group. And then you'll find all kinds of links for helpful things like Canvas guides and tutorials, student frequently asked questions, information about the tutorial center and how to reach different tutoring on campus, and all kinds of other helpful resources that you can look at. Once you've worked your way through the welcome module, then you should start work on the week 1 module. So this welcome module is going to stay there for the rest of the semester, and it's just a whole bunch of helpful links and things to try if you're having trouble with anything in class. And then you can see that a week 1 module is there. So that week 1 module will stay there for all of week 1. And then when I post next week's work, then the week 1 module will move down to the bottom, and you'll see week 2 and so on. So when you log on to Canvas, you'll always see the welcome module, and then you'll see the current week of, things that you need, readings and work and all that good stuff. So right now, that's week 1, and then each week that'll be updated. So when you go to the week 1 module, you'll find our first weekly schedule, your first assigned lectures and readings, and the first week's assignments. Remember that things are due each week on Wednesday and Friday by 11:59 p.m. And thank you so much for being here. I'm excited to get to know everybody and excited to meet you all, even though it's got to be virtual for now.